Hello, how are you doing, business leaders? My name is Delroy Young. I'm a business philanthropist. I'm a computer programmer. I'm a writer. I'm an innovator. And what I'm here to talk with you about today is a system we have created. It is called the local teller. There are three aspects to the local teller, and I'm going to be going over one particular aspect of the local teller because at this point of the game, we need investors. So the local teller it is first of all a search engine. It is secondly a social network. It is thirdly a media content management system. That means that we will be selling music, videos, books, pretty much the same things that Amazon does. By the way, there's a fourth aspect to it. The local teller is also a marketing network where people can sell products. We're not going to be talking about the marketing network yet because I'm not sure if the video is going to be long enough to allow me to speak on all these things. The first part of the network that we're launching is the search engine part of it. And that is a part that we are starting off with, and we're going to be needing investors in order to launch our search engine. And I'm going to tell you right now how the search engines are going to work. And also, I'll include the information below as to how you can invest and what your returns are going to be looking like. As always, whenever time you're investing in a company that's innovated, coming from the scratch, you have to do that early. Because if you do it late, then it doesn't make sense. You don't want to be one of those who said, I wish I did invest in that company when it started out, because then I would have been a millionaire right now. I know people who invest like less than $100 in companies like Amazon and some of those big companies, and their return on their money is like over 4,000%. So I mean, you go figure. So whenever time you invest in our network, we're looking for the investment to be now, because there are things that we need to do in order to carry out our mission. We're going to need to set up 3 server yards. One is the main server yard, is a live server. Second is a backup server, and the third is a reserve server yard. So we're going to be needing to establish that first. We don't want to open up our network and we're having a lot of people coming on our system, uploading contents, and we have nowhere to put those contents. And this is why we pause at this stage, and we are seeking for investors to invest in this company so that we can get the things that we need so that we can launch. The earlier you invest, the better it is, because the more your returns are going to be. Let's say, for instance, if we're trying to raise $1.5 billion, the first set of people to come up with the first $100 million, they're going to be in a different tier as far as returns are concerned, because those would be the core members. Then on top of that, we'll have a different tier. On top of that tier, we'll have another tier. It will be all said in writing, below this video, so you can see it. It's going to be in the localteller.com. So anyway, even if you see this video on YouTube, there's going to be a link in it that is going to link back to the information that you need. You need to read the information carefully. and understand it, I'm going to also include my phone number in it, so that if there are information that you don't understand, you can call and ask me, what this means or what that means. Because I'm a honest person. I don't believe in misleading anybody about anything. Anything that we do is going to be clear cut, is going to be put in writing. Everything is going to be there in writing. There's going to be a date stamp, and every time you go. So any time you go and you decide to do something about what we're doing, you can print out the pages in writing, which is going to have the date stamp on it. So that means that further down the line, you can say, this was what we said, or that was what we said, because I have it here in writing. You see, I'm not trying to cover my back. I'm trying to cover your back. Because a lot of you who will come to our network and who will invest, you will be doing that for the first time. You're not professional investors who knows, a lot about this. Some of you will be ordinary people that goes to work, but just feel like, you save up some money and you want to invest it in our company. So unlike other companies who just have you invest, we are training you as to, what we are doing and how it works, how it's going to benefit you. So any information that you need us concerning, how best to invest, we will help you with that, because you're investors, we're investors. We're investing our time, we build the system, and we spend many, many hundreds of hours on it, because we've been building this system for the past 7 years now. And we're just getting to the point where we can come to you and talk to you about it. That means that we're getting ready to launch. So we're investors just like you. We have more to lose than anybody else, because we have already invested all our time in this. So we want to work together as a family of investors. We don't want anybody to be investing with our company and to feel like you're getting shafted, to have any kind of uncomfortable feeling, but to feel happy, to be successful as we will be successful. So the information to invest is going to be in there. My phone number is going to be in this link. So let me talk about the search engine and tell you how this is going to work, just in case this video might not go to the full length. We're at 8 minutes right now. So let me talk about the search engine, the way our search engine is going to work. Unlike Google search engine, where you would build a website, God forbid it. I mean, you could build a website and it doesn't even show up on Google search engine. You have to go and type in the web link itself in the URL. With our search engine, the way we're going to be doing it, in the beginning of our search engine, we are not going to be using robots. That means that we're not going to be scanning the web and scanning everybody's website. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be having people registering their domain. So they're going to register their domain to our network. And then from there, once you have your domain registered to our network, we can connect to your website and show things, show contents from your website. That is how we're going to be doing. That means that everybody that registered their domain, have their domains registered in the local teller search engine, is going to be paying a fee for doing that. Because we are building a social network on top of what we're doing. That is one of the main things in the local teller. We're not worried about traffic, about people coming to our network and viewing things and searching for content there. We are worried about too much trafficking, too much traffic. And that is why we're coming to you, we're talking to you right now, because we're doing something about having too much traffic. We're preparing for that moment to come in terms of employing our servers, which is where our first set of money is going to be going. So we're not worried about that people are going to be viewing our network. We're at the stage we're worrying about getting too much traffic. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be charging every person that have a website, and they're going to register their domain to the local tele search engine so that people in the local area can see your website. We're going to be charging a fee for that. So at the beginning of the game, we are making money already. So whatever it is that you have invested, you don't have to wait too long to start receiving returns on your investments, because we're starting making money from early. We're also going to be doing a certain amount of advertising, like raw advertising. We already have a business card system that is going to be showing everybody's business card. Everybody who upload their business card is going to be showing it so that people from their smartphones can access your business card, the business card of the card holders from their smartphones. That is how neat that is. That is how powerful our technology is. Let me see if I have anything more to cover that you need to know about our social network. By the way, we'll be hiring programmers, a lot more programmers. I won't be doing all of this work myself. We're going to be putting people who are specialty in some areas to work in these areas, and constantly throughout the whole business of the local teller, we are going to be having programmers. So we're going to be having a guild of programmers, just like how you'd have a guild of lawyers to represent your company. We are going to be having a guild of programmers, because what we focus on is constant development. When technology moves, we are moving with technology. We're not going to get left behind. We're not going to be a tree that was planted in the 19th century that has not been watered, and the leaves are all falling off, and it is now dried up. So in a matter of time, that tree will be forgotten. We are going to be like the tree that is planted by the rivers of water, who bringeth forth fruit in its season, whose leaves also shall not wither. But whatsoever we do in the local teller, whatsoever we do, it shall prosper, because we are getting people, professionals, to work in our system. So part of the money that we collected will be paying these programmers. We will be paying the salary of these programmers who will be developing our system. So we are very well organized, and you will also see that in how we structure things. We're looking for investors right now to invest in that. So please call the phone number that is in there. Call me, and I will direct you as to what we're doing and how we're going to be doing it. So it seems like we have a little time. We're talking, so we can talk about the social network, which is the second aspect of the local teller. Why is a social network needed? If I was to go to a room of 100 people and to ask them, why do you think we need another social network? We already have Facebook. And before Facebook, we had another social network that has now been amalgamated. So if we have Facebook, why do we need another social network? We have Facebook. Google have a lot of things. So why do we need another social network? One of the main reasons why we need another social network is that you cannot have one thing and expect it to work right. We've been having a lot of problems with Facebook. If you've been watching the news, you will see that there's a great sense of disproportion in the way that they do things, in the way that they cover news and cover things and promoting things that are not true. One thing we don't ever want inside of our network is to promote information that is false. Because when you promote information that is false, you're brainwashing the people. And if as a believer in God, I will not live life like that. I will not create anything that is going to brainwash anybody. So we need a social network. Furthermore, the way Facebook works, it doesn't benefit people in the local community. If I live in Miami Gardens, I want to be able to know what's going on in Miami Gardens when I'm on a social network. I don't need to know what's going on in another country or in California or I don't need the whole world of information, except I request that information through the network. I need to know, my first priority is what is happening in my community, what is happening around me. The Local Teller social network is going to be focusing on showing people what is going on around them, what is going on down on that street, what is going on, on the other street, the areas around you, the people around you. What are they talking about? What, the whole community, this whole family, because people that live within your vicinity, those people are your family through geography, and that is the most powerful thing. So our social network, it is going to be different, and I could go into some more technical aspects of how it's going to work, but I'm not going to do that right now in this video. The third aspect that I want to talk about mostly is the very thing that had me thinking that investors were going to be needed. This was how I came up with the idea that I'm going to open the company to investors. Because before that, I was doing everything on my own. I could go through life with me owning my networks and my children inherit it. But why would I want to do that when there are people out there who wants to be just as successful as we are? The third aspect is the media content management system, and in particular, I speak about the toll media. What is toll media, and what problem will it solve? Toll media is a system that is going to allow people to pay a fee. That means that you can purchase credits and have these credits in the system. Then you can pay to hear like somebody's music. And once you have that added to your permission, you have the permission to hear this song for the rest of your life, whether that be $1, 50 cents, or whatever the maker of that music decide that he want as his toll media fee. He will have that amount of money so that musicians can be making money. There's no musician on YouTube or in the company of YouTube. YouTube is a tech company. So they do not understand the aspects of music. I'm going to put on my mask for a moment because it's getting a little crowded in here. They do not understand the aspects of music. So what should put them in a position for them to decide, okay, that we're going to be playing the songs of entertainers for free. So what we're hoping to do is to remove all the music from YouTube and put them in the toll media so that people can now pay a fee to hear the work of musicians and artists. And that is just the beginning of it. We're going to put more of that in writing. I want to thank you so much. I'm sorry I had to put on a mask on this video, but I have a reason why I had to do that. So please read the information very carefully. Please give me a call and we can talk more about how you can invest in the local teller system. I can guarantee you that this is going to be the best thing you ever do. Years down the line, you're going to be able to look back and say, I'm glad that I did this. Because the way that they're planning it right now, there's not going to be nothing there. There's not going to be any small businesses. Because the whole aspect of small businesses has been wiped out. The tech company are going to be sending people they're going to be doing all the hiring, all the trade and management. They're going to be managing all the intellectual properties. I'm telling you folks, I could do a lot of things. I could talk about a lot of things on this video that is happening, things that you don't know about. And I could educate you about a lot of things, but I'm trying to keep the information part down right now. If you're looking at us out here, we're not here because there's no reason to be here. We're here because of what is going on. If we don't step up to the plate right now and get involved in this tech system, there's not going to be any small business left. Please read the information very carefully, and the information will be on there to get in touch with me if you want to invest. This is only for serious investors. We're not bombarding our network right now with everybody on it. We're reaching out first to investors. Thanks a lot.